I'm just gonna assume that we're live. Guys, what's up? Welcome to another phantasmagorical episode of the IMO Podcast. My name is Andre. Please call me Dre. Andre, your host, your narrator, your commenter, your commentator. I don't know. I'm not good at English apparently.
Actually, you do both of those things.
Okay. Well, all right. I'm 1 for 1. Let's see how fucking long that lasts. I'm joined by my excellent co-host, Maurice. What's going on, man?
You know, Final Fantasy is actually a good game. Like 14.
Son, don't let Marvin hear you say some shit.
It's too late, son. We already hitting it up, son. Like the fact, like we were talking about it. Like I got smacked in the face by a fucking character in level 50. So I swear I walked up to it, the shit looked like a tree. I was like, man, that's a real, like, realistic looking fucking monster tree right there. I wonder what it does. It turned around, became level 50, and just slumped the fuck out of me. I don't under I'm hurt. I was hurt. I was so hurt.
It's okay.
It one shot me.
We're talking about 14, right?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. A Realm Reborn, because there's a big ass.
No, it's the same. Right, no, it's the same thing. Yeah, Realm Reborn is the first. Oh, well, yeah, I guess.
When they reworked it from.
We don't talk about that.
Yeah, we don't just talk about 14. We talk about the entire. We talk about Realm Reborn because that's an actual game.
No, 14 was a Realm Reborn. It never got reworked. What are you talking about?
You're right. Like every other Final Fantasy doesn't exist except for 7, 15, 14.
Sometimes 12.
Sometimes 12.
Because Balthier and friends.
Which one had Which one was 10? That was the one where they were on the beach, right?
Yeah.
Titus, yeah.
Titus and Una.
Yeah. Which one was the one about the lovers?
Which one?
I mean, I'm about to say, yeah, that's a lot of them.
Gun sword.
Oh,
that was 7.
Small. Yeah.
Gun sword. That was 8? I thought that was 7.
Yeah.
I'm tripping. I'm tripping. My bad. I'm tripping.
Yeah. Hey Jared, how are you?
I'm alright, dog. Chilling, playing some Overwatchers. You know, gonna definitely secure these objectives. Even though I'm pretty sure like all these dudes just gonna go all the way across the fucking map and kill dudes and die, and I'm be the only one on the objective. But you know.
So here's what I need you to do. You're playing Roadhog right now.
Yep.
That's actually pretty decent. I need you to kill the Mercy. There's gonna be a Mercy on the team. Just kill her.
Okay.
Because fuck that bitch. All right, we can move on. We can get right into it. Let's start with today's thought piece and get that shit out of the way. Guys, for everybody who doesn't know, most of us live in DC, and Jared is from the DMV area. So when we say thought, I'm pretty sure thought is like a universal thing. That's just not a DMV thing, right?
Yeah, it's a universal.
Okay. So yeah, well fuck it, now you just know what we live at. Yeah, so when we say thought, we're talking about that hole over there, which basically just means bitch, basically. So why we say thought, I don't know. It's just I know a little off the top. Anyway, so today's like free-form objective piece. Do we think that Star Wars should be rebooted? Well, should they reboot Episode 8 or just continue with Episode 9? The way the series is going right now. Okay, I can't look at this game and call it. This is actually hard. Let me just tab over to something else. I mean, yeah, so yeah, do you guys think that we should recreate The Last Jedi? Now, I think Maurice and me, we saw The Last Jedi. We actually had to get drunk to watch that over again. And I'm pretty sure, Jared, you saw The Last Jedi, right?
Nope.
Kill me, buddy.
I'm sorry, okay? I'm trying to see more movies.
Killing me. You're really killing me. Killing me, Smalls. Did you at least see that?
Was that Sandlot?
Yes, it's Sandlot.
Yes, I did see that one.
Okay, alright, cool. We Gucci. I guess it's gonna be between Maurice and whoever the fuck is in chat. So first off, Maurice, was The Last Jedi as bad as what the internet was saying? Not what you're saying, because I already know how you feel about the movie. Do you think let's start with Jay. Do you think Episode 8 is as bad as what the internet
Ultimately, I never think anything is as bad as what the internet is saying. I think with this though, I kind of understand like what some of the arguments are for it, and ultimately it just falls on the inconsistency part. So I feel like the cries are definitely warranted, but they don't need to be as loud as they are.
True. Okay. To kind of piggyback off what you just said, my two, and I only have two main gripes with Last Jedi, and it's only two, but they're really big. This hook.
Once you type it out,
son, it's hard to not watch. I gotta see how my boy is doing. You're powered up. Get in this.
Oh no, that's Arissa's ult. Is this a bug? What the? She rezzed me. Oh, she probably died. Yeah, she died.
Anyway, what was I about to say? My two biggest gripes. One is the betrayal of the characters. That's actually kinda as bad as what some of the internet is saying. There's a definite case behind that. Like, I didn't have a problem with Luke Skywalker being like a hermit or kind of like down on his luck after his failure. I didn't have a problem with that. My problem is that they changed the entire fucking character to the point where it's barely Luke Skywalker. That's my gripe. The second gripe is the series has no amount of weight or depth to it. Like, there is no sense of urgency. I don't know what these niggas are supposed to be doing. I don't know what their goals are. They're just here. The entire series takes over the span of a week. Like, episode 7 and episode 8 takes place in a week. And I just don't know what's the goal, where the fucking First Order came from. What they're not threatening at all. This is almost as if this series doesn't really need to exist besides money, which is something that I keep on saying constantly. Episode 7 was going on like the right, and I'm rambling a bit, so we're about to get off this. Episode 7 was going in the right path with having like, okay, there's a mystery here with Rey. Finn is actually an interesting character because he was a stormtrooper, but now he doesn't want to be a stormtrooper anymore. So we get to see, you know, life on his side of the deal. We have a dude who was born into the rebellion, who was Poe. So the characters were pretty interesting back in episode 7. Episode 8 just goes, okay, they're boring now. Why should I care about any of these fucking characters, especially Rey? Like, Luke Skywalker. I don't know. It's those two things. It's really like this doesn't need to exist, and the characters are no longer interesting to the point where I want to see them continue in their journey. Maurice.
What am I saying?
Oh no, I thought you had some more.
Well, I mean, I kind of do, especially so. Like, there's a lot of just wasted potential. Well, not even wasted potential because that means they had a chance.
Right. Like wasted potential.
No. Hear me out. Like this, I can't even call it wasted potential because that would like imply that there was something there to like, you know, kind of gain, but it wasn't. Like the Finn's arc basically didn't mean anything. Like, it changed nothing. It was just a filler. Like, it almost seems like someone may have rushed to get the story out.
And that's all because of episode 8. Episode 7 actually did a good job starting Finn's arc, Rey's arc, Kylo's arc. But go ahead.
But the thought piece is, should they restart? Reboot this?
What do you think? Do you think they should do it again?
What do you think?
I mean, obviously, the practical answer is, of course not. They can't just stop and just, for them to redo episode 8 means that, you know, that's hundreds of millions of dollars. Disney's not going to do that.
All right, I'm glad you said that because I actually have a counter. I was going to counter you regardless of what you did, what you said. So I think they should. Because I think a lot of this movie kind of breaks what makes Star Wars so great, and definitely breaks the lore. I mean, we could have kind of forgiven several times over. We could have kind of forgiven some things that Rey kind of got away with because of the theory, you know, the balance theory. Like at the end of episode 3, like there was balance brought to the Force by
let's not
two
talk about that.
But that's actually, but but that's definitely one of the cooler things, like that, those small attentions to detail about bringing balance. Like that was a really good twist. Because that's exactly what he fulfilled his prophecy. He brought balance to the Force by making only 2. But this one, it kind of breaks away from that trend. Yeah, ignores everything in a sense. So with Rey and her learning the Force as quickly as she did, understanding she had to become more powerful to oppose them, right? So now again, we're back to having balance with the Force. But it was so it was so driven by like a Mary Sue type character that it almost feels wrong. Like, we never see her struggle, except for when it comes to trying to, like, communicate with Luke, but she never has to... It seems like she's always perfect at what she's doing. And while I don't mind, like, Mary Sue's that much, because, you know, I'm a huge Kefla fan. I'm not sure if you knew that, but, you know, that's my future ex-wife. But with this, it almost feels cheating. Like, in the first movie, it was okay, but, like, we need to see her actually make difficult decisions, actually go through some shit. Because now it just seems like she's just bulldozing her way through using her morals, right? And that's not interesting to watch.
Yeah, at all. And even though like everything you said about Rey was extremely on point and correct, I feel that it almost could have made up for it with the stuff that they did with Finn. But Finn was fucking handled extremely poorly in this movie, like really bad.
And he was one of my favorite characters from the last one. So I think that a reboot would be more justified than just ignoring it ever happened, right? I think putting your best foot forward is what they need to do, and I don't think going to 9 is going to solve any of the problems with 7. I feel like it's going to be very expensive. It's not very feasible, but I think right now is the more important thing maybe to just repaint their image, to redo their image of how they present their movies. Because this was a far cry from like what Disney usually produces, and I just think, and ultimately you just see like the fact that it was just a crash grab. Like I think I'm not a Star Wars fan, but interested in the imagination. I'm a fan of lightsabers, but I think that this movie was just kind of a slap in the face to the people who are actually.
It was. Here's what I don't get, and I think they need more time with it, and by more time, I don't think this needs to be a trilogy. I think, and these are extremely rare, I think it needs to be a quadrilogy. Quadrilogy, whatever the fuck. Exactly. Because if you can't just end this shit at episode 9, because you know how much shit they would have to establish in episode 9 for them to get like a realistic conclusion, like feeling to the series. We're way too late in this game to be figuring out, okay, what's the motivation for these characters. We are in the last movie. We don't know what the fuck these characters want to do, what they want to attain, what are their goals. We don't know any of this shit. And they will need to do another movie. This might need to go to episode 10. And there's no theme to it. I don't know what they're making this movie. I don't know what this series is even about anymore. Because I thought it was going to be about balance. Because okay, we thought the Jedi were cool. No, the Jedi actually fucked up, just like the Sith. So this last movie, Exactly. I thought the last trilogy was going to be okay. With Luke Skywalker saying in the trailers, "Oh, the Jedi it's time for the Jedi to end." Okay, we're heading somewhere. We're going somewhere. Nope. We're going back with the whole Jedi thing. So I don't know. They
just fucked the last hour and a half, of which you just watched. 2 hours. Sorry. Well, it was about an hour and a half in until you realized, oh, they're never dying. Got you. Thank you.
Right. We're just gonna do the same shit. Because you know it's always bring balance to the Force. Bring balance to the Force. Well, if it's all light side, that's not fucking balance, nigga. So
yeah, exactly.
They were touching on that with Kylo Ren and Rey. And okay, one's light, one's dark, one has the potential, one is dark side but has light side tendencies, and one is light side and has dark side tendencies within Rey. So they didn't God damn it, Rian Johnson, that's the director. He yeah man. He did some good shit for sure. The movie was beautiful, but you can't We can't just make a beautiful movie, not in 2018, son.
Right. So I wanted to see like some absolute nut shit for this movie. Like I wanted to see Rey go to the dark side and Finn having to pull her back through the fire and the blood and the suffering, son. I just wanted to see it just go off the Richter, because now that you have money for the franchise to continue, because people clearly like it and want it, now is the time to just turn everything on its head.
Right. And you know what's funny? That's exactly what he wouldn't shut up about subverting expectations, which is basically saying, I'm going to do with the thing that you think I'm going to do to this. And I'm like, you should have did these things. You should have had Rey go to the dark side and have Finn pull her back, or in the next movie or some shit like that. You should have had, I don't know, Luke Skywalker actually do what he said he was going to do, like pull up with a laser sword and fuck everybody up. You should have had
the Knights of Ren.
Son, you should have. You should have explained Snoke. You could have did a lot of these things, and fuck, Snoke was like the best thing going for the series right now. And I don't know. So my answer is actually yes, they should do it, but they're not going to do it.
Well, I would argue that Snoke wasn't. That's a different topic altogether.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think they need 2 more movies, because to wrap all this in a pretty bow within one movie, nah, son.
So you're saying like let's fuck the trilogy, fuck 7 just don't exist right now. We just need to move forward and think about what our next steps are versus retracing ourselves. That's what you're saying.
No, I'm saying, okay, so 7, it happened, 8 happened. Let's have 9 be another continuation.
Well, sorry, I meant 8. Yeah, so you're saying just like fuck 8, just move forward, and we're just gonna we're just gonna make sure we put our best foot forward from now on. Like the past is the past, we can't change that. Okay.
Yes, because it's mostly another movie.
Mm-hmm.
Push it to episode 10, because it's just not. I'm telling you right now, there is no type of writing magic to wrap all of this up in a tight little bow. I just don't see it, because we don't know shit about Rey. The bitch is from a desert. That is it.
No, we do. That's probably another one of the problems, is that she's nobody. She comes from nothing. It could be a cool thing, because that means
I think that is cool that she is nobody, but she has nothing else to her character besides I am nobody. You see what I'm saying? Like,
no,
character.
No, I'll say both sides of the argument. Like, at one point it's cool because anybody can become a hero at that point, right?
Exactly.
But the other side of it is like there's nothing to make her interesting. Like Sasuke was part of the Uchiha clan. Them niggas are fucking busted. Goku and Vegeta from the Saiyans. Those niggas are fucking busted. Dio, which I've been watching a little bit of JoJo lately. Dio, no, actually Dio's a bad example. Oh, Jonathan Joestar comes from like a wealthy family. He has things to make him interesting, connections. Rey has none of that, and she doesn't. And like, it's not an underdog story because she knows everything already. So it's not like you can write it from a point where like, hey, everybody can be a hero, blah 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 blah, Naruto and shit. Until you realize Naruto's like a fucking royalty basically. But aside from the point, there's nothing to like for her to strive for. She already has it.
Which is why I say introduce some struggles to these characters in episode 9, and then wrap everything up in episode 10.
Right.
They're not going to do that, but that's my. I'm pretty sure somebody at the board meeting is going, yeah, we need to stretch it to episode 10, but they're not going to do it.
Right. So I want to see some real struggle. I want to see some sugar water and some fucking like bread with no jelly, just the peanut butter, son.
I remember those days.
Right, some cereal with just the waters. I want to see some actual struggle in my character.
Don't talk to me if you never had buttered noodles for dinner. Don't fucking talk to me. Anyway, let's move on. Good God, Caleb is in chat. Lord have mercy. So we actually got a bunch of things to talk about for as far as movies and TVs and comics and shit. So let's get into that. Let's break it down. So my favorite of all of this week, apparently whoever the fuck wrote this had a stroke of fucking genius. So Loki pretty much explained everything that's happening on Earth ever. Loki, and I forgot what, I didn't get the comic book number or the comic book series or what where he said this is. Because let's face it, Loki is pretty much on fucking everything as far as the Marvel universe is concerned, right? He's pretty much like Doctor Doom at this point. He could be anybody's story, right?
Mm. It's Avengers issue number 5, by the way.
Okay, Avengers number 5. Okay. Thanks, Jared. I love the way you said it. 5.
Yep.
5.
Fucking based.
Right.
It's Avengers 5, nigga. Get on your shit. Anyway, so apparently, the reason that we get all this fucked up shit on Earth, because let's face it, Earth has a lot of shit going on compared to most of it. Well, I'm not a big comic book fan, so don't quote me, Maurice.
Well, it's not fucked up shit.
Well, not fucked up, but more of like, Earth has a lot of shit going on.
Nah, it's not even that. Well, I mean, it's not that. It's like when you look at all the other races in the universe, you have to think, and then you look at Earth in 616 primarily. You have to think like, why do these niggas have powers like just automatically? Like, cause some of them just get it. Like, you have people like Steve Rogers that go through like test tube shit, right? But then you have the X-Men, the humans, all those people seem like they just have like a potential for this power, but everyone else in the universe has to work towards it or has to do like test tube shit, right? So that's what this issue is kind of explaining, why Earth is so special when it comes to superpower individuals. The reason why fucked up shit happens is because I have superpower individuals and everybody in the universe is afraid of them.
It's kind of like... Oh, good.
Go ahead. No, go ahead, Jared.
I was gonna say it's kind of like the whole Goku thing. Like the whole reason why Earth is always in fucking turmoil, about to get blown up, has been blown up multiple times, is because Goku landed on Earth. None of this shit would have happened if Goku just stayed on fucking planet Vegeta.
It was a normal ass fucking nigga, like
right. If he just stayed out of Earth, none of this shit would happen at all.
Right.
But yeah.
I remember Ultron. Fuck Ultron.
Real last nigga, but go ahead.
Fuck, y'all know what I'm talking about. Vision. I remember Vision
what?
saying something.
How do you go from Ultron to Vision?
Nigga, they cousins, nigga.
They cousins. you right, son.
Don't you dare try and say I'm wild for that.
he said they cousins. You're right.
So I think Ultron. Fuck, I did it again. Vision said something very similar in Civil War. So he pretty much said like our very strength challenges. I mean, invites challenge or some shit, something along that line. I can't really quote it, but
yeah, you pretty much nailed it.
Yeah, we're strong, and that's going to attract other strong things. It's kind of like the whole vacuum effect. I think other movies kind of touch on that a little bit deeper. I just can't name them right now. But all right, we're strong. We're naturally going to attract strong people. That's kind of how the universe works, and if you really think about it. So it makes a little bit of sense. Apparently a celestial, don't know his name because I'm not a comic book person. This map looks gorgeous, by the way. This is like some this is some Destiny shit right here. Apparently a celestial died. He bled.
No, I think it was a primordial.
Primordial?
I think you're right. Yeah.
That's even. How is that hierarchy? Is it celestial, primordial, primordial?
I could not tell you. I do not know that enough about that.
Marvel universe gets wild. I just know that
extra wild, son. You ever meet God and try to challenge him?
Son,
they just did Marvel.
Son, I know that the one above all is God. And I think right underneath of him is the living tribunal. I don't know. It's not. It's
the Beyonders that are above that's above everything else because they literally created everything.
So where does Franklin Richards fit in all
that? Probably under the living tribunal somewhere, but he's a special case, right?
Hey, that nigga was busted. Anyway,
because ultimately he's still human, so.
All right, so there's the one above all, and then there's the Beyonders.
Yeah, sure.
Fuck, I don't even know that group. And then under them is probably the Celestial.
Yeah, like you've heard about God Emperor Doom, right?
No.
Okay, God Emperor Doom challenged the Beyonders, and he took their power and made Battle World. So that just that he basically challenged God. Like if you just want to challenge like Jesus Christ or his dad, right? And you won and took his power. Yeah. I mean, just someone of like extraordinary power, right? He basically just did that shit. Like he can create anything, destroy anything. Nigga snaps Cyclops' neck while he had the power of the Phoenix Force. Nigga like disintegrated Thanos into nothingness.
Okay. Marvel can get wild sometimes. As down to earth as they can be, they can.
They are not. That is not down to earth, son. That
no,
is...
I'm talking. No, wait a minute. I'm talking about like their other stories, like my favorite stories, like Spider-Man and shit. As down to earth as they can be sometimes, Marvel can also be pretty fucked up too, as far as like the power scale and everything. They have characters that can rival DC's best. So I'm not too sure why niggas always get mad at DC, but that's a whole nother topic. Fuck, where was we at? Some nigga bled on Earth and now everybody's powerful. That's pretty much it, guys. Yeah, some super powerful nigga, he went to Earth by complete chance and was like, well, guess I'll die here. And we're just gonna, and everybody is pretty much like, all right, so if I'm gonna plant, let's say if I make some plants, but I use like super soil, I'm gonna get some super trees. That's basically our plan. So
more or less, yeah. I think what it really is. So what I got it from the article. It's not that we're super initially. We just have the potential. Like since a nigga can just jump in the vat of toxic waste and not get cancer and die immediately, they get powers. It's just ingrained in our DNA that we have the potential to do so.
Oh, that's
right. Yeah, right. So
wouldn't that
that's why. No, just the potential for powers to get bestow powers. So
like
probably, well, no, not. It's not the same thing. It's mutants have like a certain gene that gives them their mutation, and while everyone on the planet Earth has this gene in their system, it's kind of like locked away, but it's not necessarily a mutant, right? Because again, you have people who go through these experiments that would have killed anyone in our universe. Yeah.
So kind of like how the Hulk became the Hulk. Like, no, nigga, you should be
dead. exactly. They have this factor in them that allows them to outlive that, but it's not exactly the mutant gene.
Okay, I think I get it. So everybody has the potential to be God, basically.
Yeah, sure. Let's go with that.
Okay, all right. Because I see what you're saying. I'm just not good at saying.
No worries.
Because let's be honest. That whole Hulk shit is like that's
right. This nigga should be dead like 3 times over. Like
can I do that shit right now? No. All right.
So how does this make you feel? Like in regards to the story, like do you think like it lost some of the speciality of the 616 universe, which is like the traditional universe we have, or so what does it make you feeling?
Not at all. It makes me, in fact, it makes me even more. It makes me slightly more interested, but I feel I have more clarity of why this type of shit is happening. Like this isn't happening just because fuck all. This is happening because this happened a long time ago, and why this doesn't happen anywhere else. So it makes the universe, it's more world building, and it's world building on the scale of this affects everybody that's powerful in 616 Earth.
Yeah.
So it makes it gives him some, not clarity, but it's good
clarity.
It's good world building.
Yeah, which is Marvel is usually known for when it comes to the outer space. Like I think that's one of their high points. That level with the Living Tribunal, the Celestials, the Beyonders, like all that's just that structure's just really nice.
I don't even read comics, and I remember going back and reading like the hierarchy of the Marvel universe, because that shit is just so incredibly interesting. I don't know whether DC has something similar. I would imagine they do, but it's nowhere near as interesting as what Marvel has built between the Living Tribunal and, as you said, the Beyonders, the fucking Inhumans, and the fucking Inhumans. And I think that what's those niggas, the super duper busted niggas, but not super duper busted niggas. I think it's like the Crawl or some shit like that.
The Scroll.
Scroll, son. When I read about those niggas, I'm like, oh, that fucking changes everything. Like, what the fuck? That's actually pretty job like dark. I'm actually kind of scared right now. Like, you mean some of they're just niggas, and we don't know they really niggas? Damn.
Right, yeah. I hear what you're saying. Actually, yeah, when I first heard about that too, it kind of like spooked me a little bit. Cause I'm like, how do you fight that? How do you fight that?
like son, like my best friend, right? My wife could be a fucking. I just wouldn't know.
Right.
Wake up one morning. Oh yeah. Girl. Like oh. No, go back. No, I don't want this. I don't consent.
Like this. Don't like this.
Go back. All right. Yeah. Good for you, Marvel. If only your animations were better. That's the only fucking thing you gotta work on. Animations suck ass. Jerry, you've been nonverbal. What do you think about all of it? Probably nothing.
I don't know, cause the whole thing with like the Marvel situation, like I don't really read all of the comic books, but from people who like I talk to, shit gets hella fucking deep, intense, and like it kind of strikes me as a little odd sometimes because it's like so many different books like have different stories, and I'm just like, wait a minute, this didn't happen. No, it did. It just happened in this comic. And I'm just like, oh, okay. I don't know. It kind of made me shy away from like reading these comic books because everything's just so different. Nothing's like kind of the same anymore. But whatever.
They rebooted like 6 times in the last 2 years.
In the last 2 years. Okay.
Not surprised.
See, this is that kind of makes me shy away from it because I want like kind of a consistent story, not just oh yeah, Batman killed Joker, Batman didn't kill Joker, Superman killed Joker, Superman didn't really kill Joker. Like what? Okay.
Mhm.
But yeah, nah, I'm good.
I feel you.
Right. Okay. Moving on. Speaking of DC, Batwoman. Don't get her confused with Catwoman or Batgirl like my scrub ass did. Lord knows I did that several times. They the same bitch. Let's be honest. Batwoman.
Nigga.
I'm joking. Damn.
I know, but nigga, you can't say.
Can I say something real quick though? So no lie, when I looked at the thumbnail of like when you posted this, I honestly in my head I'm like, oh shit, Mary Jane just became Batwoman.
Wow.
And no, so it's the red hair, and then it said like lesbian. I'm like, oh shit, like so she's going with Gwen Stacy. Oh cool, nice.
Oh fuck, god damn it.
My imagination went so far out of there, but yeah, fun time.
Even though that does sound lit, and I do want that.
Right?
Stuff of legends right there, but no. Hey, quick poll: who is best girl of the Marvel universe? That's hard, ain't it?
Damn.
Damn. Marvel
like
universe.
Bay of Bays, like the main waifu.
The main wife.
Damn.
And no, right? Maybe we should make that a topic.
Right?
Next show.
Wait,
That's deep.
I can answer this.
Man, not over 2 minutes, not over 30 seconds of thinking. You can.
I can.
All right, go. But here's the thing: you only get to say it, you can't explain it.
All right, so this is going to be a little hypocritical of me.
Here we go.
Here we go, y'all.
Jean Grey.
Riri Williams.
What? He
Jean
actually
Grey.
called that though.
Jean Grey.
Jean Grey. Only because when she came back, she been looking kind of thick. Oh no.
Okay. Right. That is not a Okay, son. Okay, I was expecting a little bit more. All right, so let's move on. We'll probably talk about. We'll go into that next show. Obviously, I'm gonna say somebody from Spider-Man because that nigga Peter gets the bitches. Son.
I imagine you'd say something like Spider-Gwen.
Ooh, that is a good option. Anyway, we'll come back. Batwoman, not to be confused with Catwoman or Batgirl, but let's face it, they all fucking Batman, so they pretty much the same person.
He's saying that more for himself than anyone else.
Yeah. Batman also gets it. Batman also pulls the bitch.
It's like 3 bitches. No, wait, no, he's a billionaire. Never mind. Sorry, I forgot about Bruce Wayne. I forgot Bruce Wayne existed.
And then Bruce Wayne just looked at you like, nigga. Yeah, so Batwoman is getting her own TV series. Are we excited for this as we are for the other shows like Black Lightning, Arrow, what's the Flash, which I hear is the Flash is doing extremely good.
Yeah. I probably should let Jerry go, but I'm really excited about this. I am, because for one, she's a lesbian, so bad bitches all day. Two, she's actually darker than Batman, and she's willing to like use guns and shit.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah. Have you seen that Batman movie with the Batwing and Batman got taken over by Talia al Ghul?
No.
Then okay, so Batwoman was in that movie actually, and she was really fucking cool. She was one of the best things about that movie. It was an animation, sorry.
Of course it was.
Yeah, and I've always wanted to see more of her. I mean, you know, of course it was. I've always wanted to see more of her, and hopefully this is like good, because I like the DC universe for what it is, but when it gets really lighthearted, it starts getting fucking dumb, and I don't want it to be fucking dumb. If that makes sense?
But
like just like nonsensical. Like if the DC Legends of Tomorrow, right? It's a very lighthearted show, and their characters just seem like to regress mentally. Like it just gets really silly for no reason, and they're trying to like save the world. And mind you, these niggas are like breaking time all the fucking time, like it's a fucking joke. Like literally, they'll go somewhere, get someone kidnapped or caught, and that could just change the history of the world forever, right?
I guess that makes sense.
Yeah, but I'm excited for it overall. I just hope it's more gritty than what they have out. Like maybe a bit more grittier than Arrow.
Arrow's not gritty? Well, I don't watch it.
No, a bit more gritty than Arrow. It is, but
I see what you just want more.
That's one more.
Well, if there's one thing DC can do, it's gritty.
Okay, that's not the same.
That wasn't it. That wasn't it, y'all.
That wasn't it.
Okay. To be honest with you, I'm impartial to this. Because one, I don't watch TV, so this probably isn't going to be my jam. But I do see the potential of this being.
I don't watch TV either.
But I do see this being having the potential to being one of the bigger things that's coming. I'm pretty sure it's gonna be on like what, the CW or.
Yeah, CW. That's why I am really, really worried about it, because it's CW, and
CW doesn't have a good track record.
They don't, but they make a fuck ton of shows. Like they literally built a whole universe up and had crossover events which were hype as fuck. My mind was blown, because I'm just like, did they just out DC the DCU? I mean the DC Cinematic Universe.
Not all that hard.
I mean, I know, but they have a significantly lower budget and the special effects aren't good. But these niggas did a crossover event that was dope. They constantly have their heroes showing up in other times. It's basically like reading the fucking comic, but for shows.
That's what happens.
These other shows, like, it's not hard. It's really not hard, dog.
That's what happens when you have people behind the wheel with an actual fucking thought and a thought process. Besides, let's catch up with whatever the fuck Marvel is doing. Because let's face it, that's what the DCEU is. We just want to catch up. We want some of that Marvel money. You ain't never gonna have that Marvel money because Marvel got the mouse behind them. Mm-hmm. You're not catching up to that, bitch. You're not, it's not happening. So, I feel that if we're getting off topic, but I feel that if the DCEU just would have started with from the ground up with like, all right, this is what we want to do, and this is the goal. Let's put it this way: the DCEU doesn't have a Kevin Feige. That's basically it. Yeah. They don't have that driving force, and it fucking shows. Some of the DCEU movies are just all over the place as far as tone. Like, I thought Man of Steel was actually good as far as the tone. Then Batman v Superman just came in and be damn near hanging themselves and shit. Wonder Woman was. I'll take that back. Wonder Woman was the best. Well, no, Wonder Woman was kind of lighthearted. I'm thinking about it. So
no, it was the best.
I mean, no, it's the best movie. I think it had the most lighthearted tone, which I don't think is what DC is known for. That's not their strength. So I don't listen. You better not miss it, Soldier, son. I don't think that they need a Kevin Feige, and they need to choose that shit because it's damn sure not Zack Snyder. Even though Zack, he did his best. You know, he couldn't see Batman v Superman all the way through because of his daughter's situation. My head actually got to him. I don't want to like badmouth Zack Snyder because of that tragedy that he went through, because that's something I can't even imagine. So hats off, hats off to him. He tried his best, but what the fuck are we talking about? Jared, are you excited for
that woman?
I'm excited, but to an extent. I wish I saw a teaser, because then I could see like the crisp animations. Then I could really get hyped for it. It's not? What?
Yeah.
It's not what?
It's not animation. It's live action.
Oh, son, you thought this was animation?
I'm tilted. I love DC anime. I'm less hyped for it now.
Let's put it this way. As well as
she better be bad.
As well as DC animation is, I have no idea why they don't put that budget and just make not a live action, a full-on animated TV series.
Thank you.
I don't know.
She better be bad.
Them from doing it.
That's all I gotta say. She better be bad. Then hire some damn animators. Shit. I'm sorry. I'm tilted. I'm gonna try her out.
I mean, it is kind of tilting. Like, DC is known for their animations. There's not too many bad DC animations except for The Killing Joke, and even The Killing Joke wasn't terrible. So, it's weird. They want to do live action, but their animation is booming. Fuck, that could be their niche right there. They're killing it in animation. Just do animated movies. Just do big budget animated movies. Shit. Man, put me on the fucking DC board, son. What the fuck is going on? They could just do that. Anyway, let's move on from this. There's something to talk about that I'm not really all that excited to talk about. So we got a trailer for the Grinch. We all know what the Grinch is. We ain't gotta go too deep in.
We all know that baritone. That baritone voice when he started singing that shit right there, you never forget that. Who can get their voice that low? I call hacks. I call bullshit.
It's funny because the Grinch's voice is actually low as a motherfucker.
Right?
His shit was like, I'll do this and I'll kill your mom.
Damn.
So yeah, I didn't like this. I didn't like the tone. I didn't like the voice of the Grinch. I didn't like the animation. The 3D animation doesn't suit the Grinch all that well for me. There are some things where I still think that 2D animation would be a lot better, and this is one of those cases. It looks too, and y'all gonna call me being a hard ass because obviously
cartoony.
Thank you. It's too fluffy. It's too lighthearted, and granted. The Grinch is for something called How the Grinch Stole Christmas. You shouldn't really take it too seriously. It's a fucking cartoon. But I remember the Grinch being, not exactly the most lighthearted thing in the world. That nigga was actually just like me. Like he was. You
didn't see the shit he was doing in the trailer?
I mean, that's
son. He pulled a ball out of his ass and gave it to Max as a chew toy. My man literally started eating a pickle. Threw it up, put it back in the jar, and gave it back to the dude. This man is vile, yo.
That's just nasty.
I mean, what was it back?
He put it in her fucking shopping cart, so that seems kind of mean spirited. It is gross.
That's vile. That's just straight foul.
Yeah.
I need more. Well, maybe it's
you need, son. What do you need? Like what else do you need, son?
It's mostly the animation. I don't know what I can't really. Exactly, son. I need the Grinch to pull out the Beretta.
The Beretta?
I need him to go in, son. That's all I need.
Okay. Jared, how did you feel about it, son?
I thought it was pretty funny. It's kind of weird seeing this, like, the Grinch in, like, how do I explain it? The Despicable Me type of animation, because it's literally the same. I understand it's the same studio, but holy fuck, it's literally just, God. It kind of bothers me a little bit. I wish it was a bit different, like, theme, but I guess that's just their signature thing. They're not going to change, so oh well.
Yeah.
Other than that, it was pretty funny. Like, I'm actually excited to see it. I kind of wish his voice was a little different too. Like the light voice, not really feeling it, but I could probably get used to it. I'll see it. I'm definitely gonna go see it.
I liked it. I thought it's a good addition. A good addition to their catalog of movies. In other words, to their catalog of movies, and I just think it was overall funny. I feel like it's gonna hit home for a lot of people.
Okay.
But plus with Despicable Me 3 and the Minions, like the studio clearly knows what it comes.
Right.
Yeah.
That's what it was reminding me of. Then fuck yeah, it might just do well. It might just do very well.
Yeah.
Good point. Yeah. Don't want to really stay too long on the Grinch. Everybody got it out about the Grinch.
I think we're good.
All right. Okay. Cool. Moving on. Oh, right. So, Bohemian Rhapsody. Queen. One of, if not. Oh no, nah. I was about to say some wild shit. Nah, we're not gonna catch me. But
the best.
Nah, you ain't gonna catch me out there. But Queen is definitely up there as far as one of the greatest bands so far. I mean, can we all agree on that?
Hell yeah. Mm-hmm. How do you dislike Queen?
By being a bitch.
You tell me. Answer that question, and I'll answer your question.
Being a bitch.
You're right.
You're right. He's absolutely right. So they put out for everybody who doesn't know, they decided to make a Queen biopic, which I gotta say I don't know too much about the personal story of Queen, but I do know Freddie Mercury, how he looked, the way he talked, and the way that motherfucker moved. And whoever the actor is who's playing Freddie, that nigga is spot on.
Yeah,
that's almost Oscar worthy.
Right?
That shit was incredible.
And shout out to the makeup team, 'cause I legit thought it was him for a minute until I realized he was dead. Like,
from the first 10 seconds of the trailer, I swear to God, it's like 10 frames of and it's only 10. It lasts like 2 seconds of him jumping up and down before the actual concert starts, and I'm like, yep, that's fucking Freddie Mercury right there. That's all I needed. Like, I don't know too much about the history of him, but I do know that one concert they played with Freddie Mercury in the white wife beater, and he's basically playing to, like, I swear to God, like 1 million people in that fucking dome. You're not about to tell me there's anything less than that. So it's probably like 500,000. But you know the show I'm talking about. Everybody has seen that show. Why? I don't know, because one of the greatest shows on earth. Son, he nails that shit. The way he balls up his fist and like does it upside down in the camera and shit. I'm like, that's Freddie Mercury. The way he talks, that seems like Freddie Mercury. Freddie Mercury's gay. That makes sense. It's all coming full circle. It's all coming together. So whoever's doing the acting, and I don't know any of the other cast members, to be honest with you. I just know Freddie Mercury. That's kind of sad, but
excellent.
This was a dope ass trailer. This actually might be one of the movies that I actually see in theaters that's not a Disney production, because you know they're gonna be called Disney's in a minute.
Yep.
Disney.
A Disney.
Right, son.
Not a Disney movie, just a Disney.
Right. This looks extremely dope to me. So I'm definitely going to see this one in theaters for sure. Fellas,
I just can't wait.
I don't know.
Oh, go ahead.
I don't know how to follow that up. What you just said, you did all the slobbing in the world, and there's none left for me. So I'm definitely gonna go see it. There's nothing else to say.
sometimes you gotta slob on them real good.
Wow. All right.
What? My girl could have said that. You don't know. Don't judge me, son.
I'm not judging. I'm just making a conclusion.
Okay.
But nah, I just can't wait for everyone like in the theater to just start fucking slamming, like stomping on the floor and start clapping. We will rock in the theater. Like I swear that shit is going to be lit. Like
that's gonna be that's gonna be orgasmic right there. And especially if they do it right, like that Ray Charles production that they had in the movie Ray. If they do it on that level, son, this could be up there as far as like one of the greatest biopics. Sure, because it already seems like they got the acting down. Now all we need to do is wait to see what they do with the tone and what they do with the story.
And the music. Don't forget about that.
Oh yeah. Well, the music's gonna be guaranteed though because they're just gonna rip the shit from Queen.
I mean, of course, but you know I'm pretty sure they're re-performing them.
True, but even then, I saw some snippets of that, and I saw them doing. It almost looked like a musical at some point.
Yeah, they basically are, aren't they? These types of movies. Like, you straight up a comedy with like a musical at some level.
I would say this is on. Well, and don't quote me because I could be wrong by the time the movie comes out. I would say this is more on the lines of like Ray versus what you're thinking about, which will probably be more like. And this isn't a good example, but remember the Class of 3000?
Yes.
Where it was basically just a music video with some story behind it.
I'm about to say every show was another music video.
So yeah, I think it's going to be on the more lines of Ray. I fucking love Ray, by the way. That was a dope ass movie. It was really good. So yeah, I got nothing else for that. I'm really waiting for this. Don't let me down. All right, moving on. So Maurice, what you got for me for the MacBook Pro? You put this on here. Let's see you explain this because I think I know where you're coming from because I heard some wild shit about this too. So go ahead.
Well, for right now, I think there's nothing but positive reviews. The main reason I put it up there is because it's coming out and looks exactly like the shitty ass fucking MacBook Pro that came out 3 years ago. And that one was shitty because of like the fucking keyboard. But I have heard some.
Nah, it's the same.
No, they've made significant improvements. That's hopefully it's
that's what I heard. That's what I heard from the reviews. Is like it's basically the same one. Like it's not.
It's the same keyboard, but the keyboard that they shipped basically didn't work sometimes. Like I work with the 2015 version at my job right now. It literally will make you only press one button sometimes. Or just the keys just straight up won't work. You have to clean it constantly. And sometimes it'll just shut down on you or like force the caps lock button to stay on. I have never worked with a computer where the caps lock button just stays on. That has never happened to me. I've been working in the field for 4 years. That's a lot of fucking computers I've seen.
Got a point. And Apple is usually known for their build quality too.
Right, and this is the 2015 version at least was complete shit. This one seems like it's doing a little bit better, but it looks the fucking same, and I just wanted to call it out on that. Like, I was hoping for a bit more significant change, but it's only been 3 years, and it's Apple, and they don't really know how change works sometimes.
Sometimes. Nigga, these niggas still don't have touchscreen laptops.
Facts.
Man, we've had this shit since 2012.
Yeah.
I believe.
But that being said, the MacBook Pro is a little bit stronger.
Wow, don't stop. So I heard there's a $3,000 or $4,000 MacBook.
That's the one we sell at my job, son. That shit's
Good God, are you serious?
Serious, like the
got dope.
son. Well, actually, we're kind of killing it right now, so yeah. But,
man, you niggas got dough, son. $4,000 just for these niggas to play with, son.
Yep.
Do you guys like pay for like maintenance and shit, like the warranty?
We are maintenance.
No, I'm talking about like warranty.
No. Maybe no.
Right, because you guys, it's not like a government contract for you guys since you work at the bank.
No,
okay, that's a different scenario.
It probably goes. If anything, it'll go to our Mac escalation team, and they'll handle it from there.
Okay, sounds good. All right, so it's funny because I was always. This was back when I was young and impressionable. A friend of mine once told me, "Oh, you trying to like do anything serious on, as far as like video editing and like sound development and software development? Get a Mac. There's no other way to do it. Get a Mac." And I was this close to sinking $2,000. This was back in 2012, which is $2,000 is fucking unheard of back in 2012. I was this close to spending like $2,000 for a fucking Mac. I'm so glad I did it to this day, because for one, I never really got into graphic design or any of that shit. So I just would have just had a really expensive box. So yeah, it's if you really think about it, besides video editing and shit and sound editing, not really.
Well, I hear it's better for developing in some cases.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
That's exactly like video editing.
No, coding. No, coding.
Now that's where I hear different. I always hear different about that. You know, we might have to disagree to agree on that one. I always hear that people would rather prefer to code on a PC. Why? Not sure. I don't code.
Yeah, same. Oh, but I'm pretty sure there was one time where the Mac was like better at the artsy stuff, like graphic design, video editing, over PC. But I guess it's not the case anymore.
But here's the anymore, and I would say when I say anymore, it probably just got leveled.
No. Well, I guess it depends, but I don't think so.
Well, here's the thing. Well, here's my thing. Why do I always see people, when anybody that's dealing with music, they all have Macs. All of them. Every last one of them.
That doesn't mean it's a good product just because they have it. I mean, niggas got 2K, niggas got Madden. I always use that. I love using that fucking analogy sometimes. But it doesn't, just because a lot of people have it doesn't mean it's the better product. Like a lot of niggas bought in the Beats. The Beats is clearly not the better product.
Yeah, but that's some Beats is a fucking anomaly. But
no, it's not. It's marketing. That's all it is. They market to you like this is the best thing. People say, oh yeah, that must be the best thing, and then they buy it, and then everyone has it.
I would still think there is some. I agree with you 100% with what you just said, by the way. But I would still think that there is some merit behind. Okay, so if I see the professional using it, then obviously there's got to be something to it. Now, am I saying is it the end all be all? No, of course not.
Yeah.
I'm saying it's a more level playing field now than what it was in maybe like 2006.
I wouldn't even say level, so I'd say I feel like PC just surpasses it on all levels as far as like cost and efficiency.
Well, yeah. Well, damn, you got me there too. But fuck you. My point is, green with your ass. My point is, like, maybe back in 2000, early 2000s, 2002, 2008, 2009. That's a big ass jump. But that's probably what the professors would prefer, because let's face it, Windows used to crash like a motherfucker back in the day. Even I knew this, and I didn't even have a fucking computer back in the day. I knew Windows XP crashed like a motherfucker. So there's probably some basis, but people probably still don't have. I'm sorry. People are probably just now getting the bad taste of PC out of their mouth and realizing, oh, PC is way cheaper, and it can do some things just as good and a lot of things even better than Mac can do. And I think that's your point right there.
Yeah, listen, a lot of niggas just PC wrong. Like, if you're going to go buy your PC from Walmart or some shit, you're more likely doing it wrong.
Son. Oh,
every
God.
nigga should be hip to Newegg by now. Come on.
Newegg. I buy power.
Center.
Oh, don't.
It's okay, Jared. Well, everybody will learn one day. It's almost to the point where, why even buy a MacBook Pro?
Right? I mean, how much is it going for now, Maurice?
The MacBook Pro?
Yeah.
The one that they're selling now, I think the baseline price is like $17.99 to $23.99. That's for the 13 and 15 inch respectively.
You can build a godlike PC that'll surpass that with that money.
It may not be mobile, but it'll be a godlike PC.
So, I mean, and I guess that's the thing about preference. I mean, if you want to be mobile, if you want like a powerhouse machine that you can just take with you on a plane, on a bus, you got places to go, sure. But if you just want performance and like more like, more bang for your buck, PC, bro. Don't buy a MacBook.
Mm-hmm.
I was dealing with the same thing like back, and Maurice can attest to this, like 3 or 4 years ago. I was very close to buying like the razor blade. I'm pretty sure. Has everybody heard of that?
The gaming
Razor blade?
laptop?
Yes.
I think I remember saying that, seeing you post that. I actually thought that you did buy that, but it's been a while since I've seen your computer.
Son, I wanted to. Anyway, basically, it's $2,000, and with that $2,000, you get something that looks exactly like a Mac, but can play every single modern title with relative ease. And of course, you're paying for that, which is the $2,000.
It's fucking easier to replace. So, like, did you even know that the MacBook 2015, the MacBook Touchbar 2015, they solder the fucking hard drive to the chassis?
Huh?
They soldered the fucking hard drive to the chassis.
I heard you. I just didn't want to.
That was for the people in the back, just in case they didn't.
So for everybody who doesn't know what soldered means I can't take it out.
The hard drive, though.
The hard
Are you
drive,
fucking kidding me? So what happens if it crashes?
Nothing.
You buy a new laptop.
Exactly, son. You get fucked. And this is one of those things where I keep on saying, and this is the Apple the logo motto. You don't like it? Too bad. I feel that they do this a lot, and they're not exactly listening. It's just, well, we think this is what's best. You gonna listen to your consumers? Nah, they'll get used to it. That is their business model, and it's really frustrating because a lot of niggas buy into this shit. They don't really think for themselves. I'm like, please stop it. You guys liking these niggas is actually hurting the industry. Please, for the love of God, tell these niggas no. Because they're just doing dumb shit now. Soldering on hard drives? So what am I supposed to do to replace it? And a lot of these government entities are actually using Macs more and more nowadays. So now what the fuck do I do in my field of work? Call Apple?
Please, that's what they want you to do, son. Like, they try to build for environments, domain controlled environments, but it fails so hard. Like, the fucking like, we can go on hours for this shit, but like, another thing is like the fucking keychains. It saves your password locally.
Oh god, not the keychain.
Yeah, it saves your password locally, son, and then you have to like run some specialty software usually to update the keychain. But so basically, what you run into is situations where, like, on a domain environment, so usually in a corporation or government, you can't update the Mac password to log you in locally, but you could do it on Active Directory, which is like the network side. But you have to get keychain to update the password, and depending on the environment, that could just be a complete fucking hassle, or you just wind up giving them another computer because it takes too long to actually fix it.
Okay, let me address Caleb real quick. He's in chat right there. So you just said basically, all right, just call Apple, right? What if it's going to get to a point where, okay, so why do we have desktop support when we could just call Apple? Of course they can't do everything, but that just means that our jobs are be less than like sickness.
And sometimes their fixes are by a new X. Like, and the keychain, it is easy to update if you're not on domain, if you're not on an environment or a domain controlled environment like a corporation. At home, me but just using my MacBook by myself, yeah, keychain's amazing. Love it. Wouldn't live without it, right? But not when it comes to, but in my environment at least, with the company I work for, it's dumb. It's so fucking dumb.
Caveats. I guess this is the way the build. I just don't understand the whole solder hard drive thing. Maybe that is a thing of the future.
No,
Apple does. Wait, hear me out. Apple does have not recently. Apple does have a pretty good track record of predicting the future. In the past, they did. I didn't know you can do that double jump with jump shot. I mean, jump shot.
Yeah.
I just noticed that. They used to have a really good track record with predicting the future. Now, I just feel that they're just doing shit just to do it. Like, no headphone jack. Yeah, it's an old port. I understand that. It's extremely old, and it probably does need to be faded out. But, well, no, we've already talked about this. Never mind. Because I'm about to get frustrated. Because they're just doing shit, and we're accepting it. Why? Because it's fucking Apple. It's really annoying. Like, why'd you get rid of the headphone jack? Because we have guts. What? You have guts. What does that even mean? I'm actually typing it.
What? And you're talking.
Soft man.
I'm done.
Anyway, we're just gonna have to disagree to, agree to disagree. I don't hate Apple. I think they make some sexy ass products. Like I can admit to that. The shit they make, it looks good. Some of it is actually really functional. But Apple makes like these little decisions where it's like, well, I really don't understand that and why you would ever do that. But hey, I'm not an engineer. And then later on down the line, it turns out to be crap, like we said, like the iPhone 10. Rumors are they're about to discontinue that. The phone just came out. So what?
Why they just
Face recognition?
Is it that? Oh well, yeah. That's, I don't know why they.
Face recognition, okay,
like,
and maybe that is the future. Why'd you get rid of the fingerprint sensor? Like what? The only way to unlock your phone is with the password or with the. Man, let's move on. So yeah, because we can go on. We can go on. Good talk though, Caleb. I'm not really against anything that you're. We should have you on the show one day, so we can go back and forth. So you don't have to type this shit. You know, I'm not reading all that. I just now read Mail Management. That's as far as I'm going. Anyway, moving on. We'll probably end on this. As far as gaming is concerned, we're pretty light today. You know, some weeks we're gonna have a light gaming day, even though we know why you niggas come. Y'all come with the video games, but not too much on it this week. So, for all 12 people playing Dragon Ball Fighters, we got good news for you. Or bad news.
That wasn't even like. Was that a joke or?
That was a big ass joke.
Oh, I mean, it's not even like, it doesn't even register as a joke. That's how bad of a joke.
I'm half memeing and half serious because I bought Fighters. I played it like twice, and I just put the shit down to play Tekken.
Oh, okay. I don't know. Okay, I feel you.
So, we're getting yet another Goku. So, I'm not so sure how many Gokus you can have in one game, but I'm pretty sure they just hit the limit. They can't possibly add another Goku to this game. So guys,
they did. They had a Goku base in Kaioken.
They can have Super Saiyan 4 Goku or
right.
Instinct Goku.
Oh damn! You already know they're gonna add Ultra Instinct Goku. Fuck. So yeah, we're getting another Goku. So we're getting base form Goku, which I thought they would have. I thought that would have came with the base game. But hey, I don't make this shit up. So far we have Super Saiyan Goku, Base Goku, Goku Black, Goku Blue, Bardark, Gohan, Adult Gohan. I'm just gonna call them niggas the same thing. That's like 6 Goku. Am I wrong, Jared?
No, you're not wrong.
Alright, well moving on then.
Nah. Honestly, my opinion about this, I'm fucking tilted with this shit. I'm like, yo, it'd be really nice if I can get, Kefla and Jiren. That'd be fucking dope. What do they say? Oh, nah, Goku and fucking Vegeta again. And to make it worse, let's actually add Kefla to fucking Xenoverse. Are you serious? Stop fucking with me.
In their defense.
No, fuck their defense. Alright, I'm tilted about this shit, yo. I need Lady Thickums on Fighters ASAP. Not tomorrow, now.
Are we talking about the same?
Yeah.
Same character?
Talk about
Kefla was
Kefla.
the fusion, and she was Jastic.
Oh, we're not. I thought we talking. What do they call separate?
Kale and Khalifa. I call her Khalifa, but it's like Khalifa.
Khalifa.
I like Khalifa.
Not Khalifa?
I like Khalifa better.
Like Wiz Khalifa? Anyway.
Yes, exactly. That's what I want to call her. Like. So Jared, what? Go into a little bit more detail about why this is hurting you.
Because one, we have enough Gokus already. We have three of these niggas, and technically Goku's father. So if you want to say it 4, why are we adding more? Nah, I mean,
we need Turles, nigga.
Son, I will lose all respect for this game. I swear to God. But nah, it's like it doesn't make sense because like there's so many more options of like, you know, different characters, and then they want to say, oh, well, we're gonna give them like, you know, unique abilities and fighting moves that the other ones don't have. Why don't you do that by giving us different characters? That'd be nice. You know, stop just rinsing and reusing the same fucking character. Oh.
I feel you on that, but ultimately, I don't think this is necessarily a bad thing. And here's why. Because the game has a lot of success right now. You may not have gotten the thing you wanted, and I definitely didn't get the thing I wanted. But that doesn't mean that the game is going to stop making these characters. I feel like this Season 1 content has been really strong so far, and I feel like Goku, base Goku, is actually fundamentally just a better, a more feasible character than Vegeta. So I think having Kaioken and Spirit Bomb missing from the game kind of felt almost empty in a way. And now people can have the option of, you know, the flavor pick of, you know, I want my Goku with Fetty Krill, Yamcha, or Fetty Krill and TM, right?
Right.
So I feel like this adds a level of flavor to the game, which is, you know, which is kind of cool in a way, you know.
Wait, didn't they say they're only doing 4 DLCs?
You said what?
Didn't they say they're only doing 4 DLCs?
4 DLC packs?
Yeah, 4 DLC packs.
Yeah. But again, if the game is really popping right now, it's it's really like one of the top 10 fighting games.
And this is where I'm gonna get even more tilted. I paid like I need to stop paying for season passes because it doesn't mean shit anymore. Like you pay for a season pass, cool, but now they come out with more. I'm like, well, what the fuck was the point of buying the season pass then? Like whatever. I don't know.
I feel you, but here's what I think is gonna happen is that if the success for this keeps going high. And people keep playing it, we may get a season 2 DLC for fighters. Because like again, they can do so much with it and make so much more money off of it,
right?
Just based off the characters. So I am a little disappointed mostly because of Vegeta, because Vegeta doesn't seem like he needs to be added, but Goku I see as the more interesting pick, right? Just because of Kaioken and Spirit Bomb.
True, I do appreciate Kaioken. Like that's actually one of my favorite forms, like in all Dragon Ball.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
Like,
it's so nostalgic.
Like
it's
son,
it's glowing. It's
son,
perfect.
It's like this move. It's like, yo, I'm about to push my body to its utmost limits. You about to get these hands. We both about to die, but you gonna die first.
That's Dragon Ball. We don't get that shit anymore.
Son,
busted ass Ultra Instinct.
Well, that's Z actually.
Yeah, we get busted ass Ultra Instinct.
Like, and the thing is, like, there was actually a consequence to actually using this ability that was like so like overpowered. You know, now it's just like, oh yeah, my stamina. You know, like, oh, I'm out of breath. Now this nigga's about to die. He literally, like, son, when he finished fighting Vegeta, the nigga couldn't move. Like, son, he couldn't move.
Help! I fallen and I can't get up.
And
Dragon Ball Z was pretty lit.
And this shit also reminds me, like, another reason why I love Kaioken so much is because I also love the 8 Inner Gates with my man Guy. Shout out to my guy, yo. I don't care. Strongest fucking character in that whole series. I don't care. Fuck Naruto or Sasuke. Alright?
If it wasn't for Madara, he actually probably would have been.
Son, Madara had everyone on the ropes. No one was touching this dude. Guy said, alright, son, square up. We're gonna see how tough you is. Like, my man is bending space and time by running.
Is he walking on air?
Is he bending space? This dude's bending space. Nah, bro. This dude got it. He got it.
In all honesty, if it wasn't for the first, the second, the first, second, Madara, I want to say the fourth, but I didn't even think the fourth was getting curb stomped by eight Gates guy.
Son.
The only reason Guy did not kill Madara in that first punch, he should have killed him on that first punch. But Madara had the fucking yin yang orbs, which are just like OPS.
The truth seeker orbs.
Truth seeker orbs.
Fucking truth seeker orbs. Whatever.
But please believe, like, Guy is ripping through anybody, just about anyone.
Son, my man is punching the air so hard this man can't move. It's literally an air cannon just by him throwing a punch. Can we talk about that for a second? Like, we're getting off topic. I'm sorry, we're getting off topic, but my man Guy deserves a shout out for that one. But yeah, Kaioken nostalgic is all fuck. Jeez. I'm actually gonna.
I mean, he did lose. I don't know if he's not wrong.
Yeah, because Kishimoto beat Guy, son. Nobody beat Guy but Kishimoto.
Okay.
He got beat by the writer.
Right? It's like, oh yeah, I'm gonna kick through your rib cage. I see, like, we literally see an X-ray of this dude's rib cage just shattering. His leg shatters. No human's gonna survive from that. But Madara's like, oh yeah, I'm like immortal because I'm Madara. Fuck y'all.
Shattering, his leg shattering, his back is legit just blown the fuck out.
Son, like this dude went. Oh jeez, that's some OG type shit.
Yeah, Naruto got pretty cool. Niggas punching air and killing everything. Meteors being dropped.
Right.
Kaguya and all the sense she made. And
she shouldn't have existed. I don't care what anyone says. She should not have fucking existed.
Let's get into that. We can go on that
Yeah.
But how do you guys feel about the second part of the DLC? So, unless you just played Dokkan Battle, but Dokkan Battle is that mobile game for Dragon Ball Z. They're getting Android 21, which I think is kind of cool because she may pop up in other fighting games. It may just stick around, but you know, only time will tell with that, right? But the other thing is that Kefla's actually coming to Xenoverse. Now, I'm thinking I need to move over to Xenoverse like as soon as possible because they're bringing us everything we actually fucking want. Ultra Instinct Goku, Jiren, now Kefla. I mean, come on.
I'm impartial.
I feel you.
Or indifferent, rather. I don't know if I'm just so stuck on Budokai 3 just being the perfect Dragon Ball Z game for me that I literally just cannot see anything else, and that's kind of my fault. That's nobody else's problem. So that's just where I'm at with it.
Okay, I feel you, but fucking Kefla.
Okay, so you didn't hear what I just said.
No, because it didn't have Kefla in it, so that's what I need to worry about. What do you think, Jared? Come on, man.
I don't know. I haven't played Xenoverse in so fucking long. I'm definitely gonna try it out just because of Kefla. Honestly, that's enough.
But I mean, like, how do you feel like the characters stacking up between fighters and Xenoverse? It seems like Xenoverse has, you know, it's just slobbing us off, giving us the fan service we want. And fighters is like, it's almost like fighters isn't doing the same thing, but it could be that they're trying to, you know, produce a unique fighting game versus just trying to slop us off.
Maybe it's a balancing issue.
Not really.
Coding?
Nah.
Gotta be something.
I don't think it's coding. I think all of it's very possible because we got hit, right?
Yeah.
What does that got to do with anything?
Hits from Super along with Kefla. And
yeah.
so it's not a coding thing, and Blue as well. So it's not a coding thing. If they can, I doubt it would be a coding thing.
Maybe it's just not the fan service you guys want, like Xenoverse. Maybe that's just their marketing.
I mean, that probably maybe.
That's the only thing I can sum it up to.
Fair.
Okay.
I mean,
let's actually save this for next week. Let's save Darksiders for next week. We can talk more about that next week. All right, guys. That's the show. Anybody got any closing comments?
Kefla better come to fighters as soon as I need that happening now. Now.
Kefla better. If I don't get Kefla in the morning,
son, I'm about to snap. I wake up tomorrow and that shit under my system, bro. We having problems.
Okay, so. Bohemian Rhapsody is quite possibly the best trailer I've seen all year. I've seen a lot of fucking trailers. So yeah, shout out to those niggas. I am very excited for this, which is I wasn't expecting this. I'm definitely on board for that. Loki's a bitch, but he comes with that information, so I can't even be mad. Every time you see him, you already know he's going to do something, either a bitch like, or he's going to explain the entire universe apparently.
Okay, that's not what he does. I don't.
He does now. Disney, if you're listening, and I know you are, because you're listening to everything. Go ahead and make episode 10.
Just skip now. Do the Apple thing.
What the fuck? What?
Don't do the Apple and Microsoft thing. Just skip now and go to 10.
That would literally. Damn, Microsoft did do it.
It's what's hip. That's what you do.
Wait, what the fuck is going on with 9? Niggas don't fuck with the number 9, huh?
You want lucky numbers, and you don't want a 9 anything.
Okay, all right. Fuck, I can't even think of a 9 anything. Anyway,
Harry Potter stopped at 8. So it's alright.
Damn, they did. Man, Soul Calibur and some Tekken is gonna be like, wait a minute, 9? The fuck? Nah.
Right.
X, nigga. Oh boy. Maurice.
I really hope Batwoman doesn't suck, because I feel like this is a very strong character. And being from the Batman mythos, you know, you just have to like just come with that fucking hammer.
It's funny because you know it's gonna be 50-50.
Don't. And the fucked up part is I'll probably still like it. Yeah, y'all gotta see that new Batwoman show. That shit's complete garbage. I'm just coming up like,
I don't like it.
Right.
I thought it was a pretty good show myself.
Oh, you know, character. I don't know, man.
You got some nice titties and got the spandex,
Red fucking hair.
I don't understand. All right, guys. That's the show. If you like what you listened to, and you made it to the end, like, comment, subscribe, share it to your friends, show it to your coworkers, show it to your boss. No, show it to your boss. Listen to this shit. Man, these niggas right here, man, you're fired. Yeah, don't do that. But other than that, yeah, spread this shit around. Get us some notoriety. We love you guys. We appreciate you. You smart and you loyal. That's a dangerous combination right there. All right, guys, we are signing out.
All right, peace out, pimps.
Press the button.